2015 Bathurst champions, 24 hours later, Craig Lowndes. Has it sunk in, or is it any different to last night?
I suppose it's a little bit different than last night. We're not preparing to drive a car, but it's look, it's. I think tonight will probably be the night that we actually can sit down and have a drink together and really reflect on what we've actually achieved. I think last night we had a late dinner with the team, and we thanked the team profusely for all their efforts and hard work going in, leading into this weekend. We always know it's going to be a tough one, but tonight's the night where we get hopefully all the media side done, and we can sit down and have a beer and cheers each other.
Steve, for you, fourth win. The first two for you came relatively quickly. Big gap. In the last two, you only had to wait. You only had to have a year off before getting your next one.
Yeah, well, that's probably a little bit like Lowndesy. Actually, his first one came and took a while to get the second one, and mate, I'm absolutely wrapped. You drive for these sorts of results and these sorts of events, and you've got to be in the best teams, and you've got to be with the best drivers. There's no other way to do it, and I've been lucky enough to do that. And long may it continue.
From the outside looking in, the day really went faultlessly, didn't it?
It did, right. I mean, right from the outset, I think you've got to, in these races, you've got to know when to hold and when to fold, and as the conditions change, not get too frustrated by the car's performance at one time, or guys catching you or driving away from you. You just got to suck it in and take it in, and know that the team have got it under control, and you're doing the best job you can. And then when the opportunity arrives, you grab it and go for it.
For you, Craig, things are now sort of changing a little bit, in terms of you're now back in the second in the championship. Gold Coast has a whole lot more perspective, more on the championship again, and that must feel pretty good.
Well, it does. I think that the Pertec Cup, the Enduro Cup, that I think we're sitting about fourth or something, but we're sort of fair way off points wise. So we sort of leave that to a side. But we're obviously going to focus on getting a good result at the Gold Coast. It's obviously the last of the big races that we can get a lot of points back if we have a good job, or we do a good job. And last time we were there, we sort of had a mixed emotions. We're up and down a little bit, but of course we go there with obviously confidence coming off the back of Bathurst. The car was great at Bathurst. If we can make it the same at the Gold Coast, which obviously got to be very remember that it's a very different structured track. Rich will be there to defend his Porsche Carrera Cup as well, so both of us are going to be doing a lot of driving over the course of the weekend. And look, fingers crossed. It's a circuit that you got to have a bit of respect, because you put a foot wrong there, and the walls are there to bite you. So but look, if we can make the car as good as it was at Bathurst, we'll be in there for a fight.